How often in your life do you live by an intention? How often do you wake up in the morning and live by your intention related to your business, to your family, to your longevity, anything you want? Or do you often wake up and think about your tasks, about yesterday, about your vision? That's everything normal and fine, but our intentions have a huge power. For example, if you live by the intention of creating something, of embodying longevity, health, and wealth, for example, you will automatically act and think according to this intention. And that's why I often say you don't need only discipline, or maybe you don't even need discipline, because it happens automatically. You don't have to force yourself. You just have to find out your identity. You have to reset your nervous system according to it. You have to reset your body, because everything is stored in your body. And then just act, and just act according to your life power, to your life force, because it tells you everything. And just remember your divine power. Honestly, if you get a diagnosis, I exactly know how it is when someone tells you, you have the diagnosis, you are sick your whole life, you have to take medication. Yeah, it can be a shock, but is this shock your intention for the next hours or the day? Or do you appreciate the shocking information and just take it as a direction to set your intention and to create out of this problem, because it's a problem. Maybe you define it as a problem, or maybe you don't define it as a problem, you define it as a challenge. It doesn't matter. But what I want to say is, a shock or fear, it can harm you in your hope, in your faith, in your trust, in your power. And you can choose. You can choose any day, even if you get a diagnosis of an untreatable disease. Even then, you could just take it as an intention, or as the base, the fundamental base of your intention, to be healthy today, to be more happy today, whatever you want, to spread more love today, to be more peaceful today, to treat yourself in a good manner, to love yourself, to love others, to give something. Anything can be your intention, but it also can be very unconscious. As I said, it can be also an intention which is blocking you, or which is giving you much more fear. Just to be consciously about our intention, how I act today. Do I even think about it? Maybe in the daily life, I don't even realize what is my intention. Maybe you don't know it, because you have to find stillness, you have to find peace, you have maybe to spend time with yourself. Maybe you have to relax and calm your nervous system. Maybe you have to just watch the water, the ocean. Maybe you just have to make a walk in nature, to your favorite sports, your exercising, whatever it is, what gives you peace, inner peace, and what reconnects with yourself, can lead you towards your intentions, the intentions of your soul. The intentions of your soul, it can be, they can be also connected to your mission in life. So, for example, my intention was always, like, I was consciously about it, So the last 11 years, it is always related to health. For me, for others, to longevity, to truth. But how did it start? It started with a diagnosis of Hashimoto's disease, of an autoimmune disease. It didn't start when everything was fine. In every crisis started a new beautiful intention from my soul's path, from my heart, and I created something for humanity out of my biggest crisis. I created intentions to serve and to help and to guide you and other people towards health, towards truth, towards their inner peace, their love. So, and to more fun and to whatever it is, what makes you human, what makes you yourself, to deeper feelings of emotions, of positive emotions and longevity. Sometimes maybe an intention can also be to just give something back to whoever you meet in your day, whoever it is, whether if it's a delivery person or it's a family member or a business partner or an employee or anyone who you meet in your daily life, no matter the intention to give anybody you meet today something. It can be a beautiful intention because usually maybe we are all programmed on our needs to fulfill our needs. And usually humans, they ask themselves, what can I have from them? But if you create an intention, can I give today? Then something happens. You will create an enormous energy of wealth, of abundance, of health, of course, because for me, the energy of wealth and health is on the same energy. It's the same. You can be in an energy of the opposite, or you can be an energy of wealth and longevity and health. Then it's the same energy. And the energy I'm speaking about, I mean the nervous system, your identity, because this is what creates your energy, the energy you give or you send, and the energy you will receive, because it's always what we are sending, we are receiving. So most successful people I know, they don't do something because of them, because of their ego, because they do something not to present themselves, but to create value, to give people something. And this is the intention of most successful people I work with. They don't go for something because of their ego. They go for something because of a higher mission. And it's so beautiful. Like Bryan Johnson, he goes for the mission for humanity, to give humanity the opportunity to stop aging, to stop age-related disease, to give people and humanity more health than ever before. Even if he now has a autoimmune disease as well, the most measured guy on earth who is dedicated to longevity and health, got the diagnosis of autoimmune disease. I'm just so relating. I'm just having so much compassion with him because I also had an autoimmune disease diagnosis. But he also treats it with an intention, not like, oh my God, I have this diagnosis now, I'm sick. The intention that he has now with this diagnosis, he accepts that gift, he accepts the diagnosis, and he uses it to figure out if he is able to treat an incurable disease, and he will share everything he will do. So he's creating an intention out of his diagnosis. I feel so related to it because it sounds like my story, but I was not a software billionaire. So we will see what Bryan Johnson will figure out. I'm sure his intention will create so much impact on humanity, for humanity, and maybe he can find something for him to treat that diagnosis, to get more clarity about these things. Yeah, let's see what the future brings. The power of intention is so important. We can see on the example of Bryan Johnson, because he, as I said, he could be in the role of a victim of this diagnosis, of this disease, but instead he just creates another vision, and that's entrepreneurship and intention for something good. And I'm really grateful to Bryan Johnson that he's sharing all his knowledge so much for free. Although I think, in my opinion, it's he's self-optimizing a lot, so maybe I'm not sure if it's only healthy what he's doing, but yeah, it's a great thing what he's doing. And anyone who wants to see his protocols, he's sharing it for free. I also follow a part of his meal plan because he brought me to beluga lentils, which is a very, very nutrient food. And also the workout, my workout style completely changed thanks to Bryan Johnson's inspiration, and also his supplement routine he is sharing. He has a website, and I also did a video when I was testing his routine, so you can watch on YouTube. So let me know what's your intention and what's your intention day by day, if you have any, or how do you define your intentions for your life. And thank you for being here.